How did the Soviet Constitution affect people's lives? Have you ever wondered how a constitution can shape the daily lives of millions? The Soviet Constitution, especially the version adopted in 1936 under Joseph Stalin, had a profound impact on Soviet citizens. It created a framework that promised various rights, but the reality was often quite different. The Constitution categorized rights into socioeconomic, political, and personal. Socioeconomic rights included the right to work, access to welfare, education, healthcare, and leisure. While it claimed to support these rights, the state's control often limited their actual implementation. Political rights were highlighted by universal suffrage, but elections were tightly controlled by the Communist Party, leaving little room for genuine choice. Personal rights included freedom of conscience and protection of personal property, though these too faced strict limitations. Economically, the Constitution established a system where most property belonged to the state, making private trade for profit illegal. This led to widespread shortages of goods and the emergence of a second economy where unofficial trade thrived. Despite promises of full employment and economic welfare, many citizens struggled to access basic goods and services. On the social front, the Constitution facilitated mass education and improved the roles of women in society. Women gained access to education and employment opportunities, which significantly changed their lives. Public health measures also improved life expectancy, particularly for children, as the state invested in healthcare initiatives. Politically, the Constitution reinforced the Communist Party's dominance. It positioned the party as the leading force in the Soviet state, ensuring its control over governance. Elections were managed to maintain this dominance, with candidates pre-selected by party organizations. The Soviet legal system was designed to serve the state rather than protect individual rights. Courts operated as government agencies, and the secret police wielded extensive powers. The Constitution did not guarantee a presumption of innocence, making it challenging for defendants to prove their innocence in court. From a broader European historical perspective, the Soviet Constitution reflects the ongoing tensions between state control and individual rights that marked much of the 20th century. The Soviet model, with its emphasis on state power and limited individual freedoms, stood in stark contrast to the democratic traditions found in Western Europe. Despite these differences, the Soviet Union's influence on European politics and society was substantial, especially during the Cold War era. In summary, the Soviet Constitution shaped the lives of citizens in complex ways, promising rights that were often curtailed by the state's overarching control. It left a lasting mark on the social, economic, and political fabric of the Soviet Union, influencing the course of European history.